Hello, and here we are for round 5 of the career mode, and it takes us to Spain. So yeah, I'm coming to this, and we got a slender lead over our teammate Daniel Ricciardo. But yeah, for qualifying, it was Hamilton who would lead from Vettel. Bottas would be 3rd, Raikkonen 4th. Then it was both me and my teammate, 5th and 6th, a bit away from the top 2 teams. The Haas and the McLaren would once again get the next 2 rows. The Renault's actually getting quite a good qualifying in 12th and 13th. Perez well out qualifying Ocon, who was all the way down in 16th, and of course the back 2 teams the same as they've always been. So yeah, here we are, and yeah, as I said, coming to this race, we hold a slender championship lead of 8 points to our teammate Daniel Ricciardo, who's been really consistent this season and took a really good win last time out in Baku. So yeah, hopefully we can get another good result today and see if we can stretch our lead. Here we are now, 5 lights, and away we go. We're going to get a good start. We're actually going to be able to jump our teammate. We're going to get alongside Raikkonen as well. So once again, being able to jump 2 positions at the start. We're going to see if we can get Vettel as well, but Vettel's slightly ahead of us. We've still got Raikkonen on our inside. We're going to break late, and we're going to try to go around the outside of Vettel, but we just don't have the grip, and we're going to have to stop back into what will be 4th place. But you see, Vettel's actually lost a position to Bottas at the start. So Bottas getting a really good start, and the Mercedes already seem to pull away. So they seem to have the pace around this track. I mean, well, yeah, Ricciardo's just fallen to P6. But yeah, this was a replay of Ricciardo's start. You can see we actually get a better start than him, but you can see that's actually Alonso up his inside. So Alonso gets ahead of him, but you see Ricciardo incredibly late on the brake, looking up, and he's actually going to try to hold it around the outside of Alonso. They're going to be side by side over the next few corners, and you see Alonso still on the inside, but Ricciardo is going to hold it around the outside, and that's a brilliant defensive move from Ricciardo, braking really late on the brakes as he's used to. You know, this is what happened to Vettel at the start. You can just see, yeah, the Mercedes having a better start and better straight line speed, and that just allowed Bottas to pull ahead. Meanwhile, here we are, and yeah, we are in 4th, but we're coming under increasing pressure from Raikkonen. So after getting a good start, we've just sort of lost ground to the front runners, and we can see Raikkonen now up our inside. We're going to go side by side with him. This is on board with Ricciardo. We're going to shove him slightly right, but we're still going to leave him space on the inside. But we're going to be able to sweep around the outside, and yeah, we managed to defend the position. But you see, Raikkonen and Ricciardo's actually dropped back a bit. So I don't know what's happened there. And yeah, we're beginning to pull away, so that's quite good for us. But you can see right now in a bit of no man's land. So here, this is actually Alonso now. He's actually going to go up the inside of Ricciardo. So after overtaking him at the start, Alonso's going to try to get a second bite of the cherry. He's going to go up the inside. Ricciardo's going to hold it around the outside, and yeah, that's position 6 settled. You know, this is actually just behind them, and this is Grosjean is actually going to go around the outside of Magnussen. They're going to go side by side. So both Haas teammates actually fighting respectfully, unlike in the real Grand Prix. We can see Grosjean getting the better of his teammate, and yeah, he's had quite a good start to the season in general, unlike in the actual season where he's got 0 points so far. But you can see Raikkonen now again taking the fastest lap, so yeah, Raikkonen will not being able to pull away too much from him. But you can see the front runners as well setting fastest laps, but yeah, we're just not able to keep up with them at this rate, and Raikkonen again setting a fastest lap. But I mean, yeah, I mean, he was not that consistent in the first stint, so we were able to keep our ground to him on the whole. But you can see now this is actually lap 7. We're going to go into the pits this lap, a lap earlier than what our teammate will do. And you see as well, Hamilton and Vettel coming to the pits. So the front one is for the front 3 teams. So we can try to use this as a chance to maybe gain ground on the front runners if you can undercut Bottas. But you can see again, we're still a few seconds behind Vettel, but we get quite lucky though with the pit stops. We come out right in front of Alonso. And actually, yeah, it means we come out P12 overall. So yeah, quite a good pit stop there. Considering we could have been jumped by Alonso, but meanwhile we're just going to overtake Leclerc quite easy because yeah, the Sauber lacks the downforce really, so we're quite able to get him quite easily. Meanwhile, this is Alonso a bit later in the lap, and of course he's trying to jump my teammate Ricciardo and Raikkonen. He's actually going to go side by side with Stroll. So Stroll hasn't pitted yet, but Stroll's going to try to hold it up the inside, even though he's pitting this lap. And this is really holding up Alonso, who's actually going to go wide. So he might even lose ground to the Haas at this rate, and he keeps getting held up. And sure enough, this is Magnussen coming out the pits, but Alonso's going to rejoin just ahead of him, but still way behind Ricciardo, who's already going through the first few sequence of corners. Meanwhile, we see us up ahead, and actually that's the VSC called out. So that's going to, well, neutralise the race. We can't really gain much, but you can see towards the end of the VSC, we've got right up to Vettel. So we didn't even abuse the delta or anything, but yeah, Vettel just having, for some, I don't know if there was something wrong with his delta or anything, but now just actually getting to DRS, and we'd already managed to jump Bottas in the pit stop, which is good. But yeah, you can see now just trying to hustle and harry Vettel. But yeah, as I said, I didn't really comment, but Bottas lost out a lot as a result of our undercut, and now we're up into podium position. And of course, helped out by the VSC as well. We're now in the hunt for well, even a win at this rate. But you can see Vettel's actually catching up to Hamilton, and right now it's just about biding our time. I mean, yes, we're taking the fastest laps and we're in the DRS of Vettel, but if I made a move now, I needed to make sure I was still in the DRS of Hamilton. So I need to make sure when I made a move I didn't lose much time. So you can see they're still on the back of Vettel, but at this rate, just at this time, part of the race, I was just really biding my time towards the end, where I was hoping to make sort of a last chance move. But you can see Alonso, yeah, dropped a long way back from Ricciardo for P6. So yeah, that wasn't too good on his part. Just sort of shows the front wheel teams still have lots of pace. Meanwhile, here we are towards the end of lap 12. We're going into the back of Vettel because he brakes quite early, but well, we don't lose the front wing or anything, so it's not too bad. But again, just keeping with the leaders, and you can see there's another train forming behind us as Ricciardo's slowly catching Bottas and Raikkonen. And yes, we can see again on lap 13 getting even closer to Vettel this time. Still opting out of a move at this stage of the race, but you can see now yeah, we're right on the back of Vettel still, and just if we can just keep the pressure up for the next few laps, we should be able to get a podium, or maybe even top 2 if it's on the cards. You see now using a bit of Rich, we're actually a bit under on the fuel, but we're going to go up the inside of Vettel, and that's us up into P2. So it's been quite a good comeback from 6th on the grid, and we've only got Hamilton up ahead now. So if we can just chase him down, and right now it's just pivotal to get inside the DRS, and otherwise he might be able to pull away again, because the Mercedes have had quite a lot of pace today. So yeah, managing to get Vettel on the brakes, and I'll just try to keep within the DRS of Hamilton. We're going to go slightly wide. Are we in the DRS? And actually no, we're slightly outside, so we're going to need a hell of a lap now if we want to get back inside, because otherwise Hamilton's just going to be able to pull away. So yeah, I'm just burning a bit more fuel, and again I'm about 0.1 laps under, and on this mod it's really hard to save fuel, so we're going to have to go lean mix for quite a long time now. But again, we've actually managed to get DRS now, so that's really helped us, and we should be able to stick with Hamilton. Meanwhile, this is actually Ricciardo on Raikkonen, so he's managed to catch up for the battle for P4. Bottas just slipped back ever since the pit stops, even on fresher tyres, and you see Ricciardo's holding it around the outside of Raikkonen. So yeah, once again he's been ultra consistent. It's giving on to lap 15 now. You can see going purple, and again we're just bearing down on Hamilton now. We've got the pace, and we're in his DRS, we're actually keeping with him, but again we're nearly 0.2 laps under now, so we're going to have to be quite careful on the fuel. And sure enough, on lap 15 again we're sort of keeping in his DRS. We've actually managed to save a bit of fuel, but under brakes getting quite a lot on him. So it's all about the run now as we head on to the penultimate lap of the race, getting a bit of lag on the start finish straight. This mod seems to not be as kind to my computer as the actual game. But we're going to pull to the outside of Hamilton. Hamilton's going to try to defend the inside. We're going to try to go around the outside. We're going to literally put the power down, and we're going to drive right around this outside. And he managed to get the position without even having to go side by side. So yeah, just being quite brave on the accelerator, and that's good. Meanwhile, this is actually Ricciardo now, pressuring Bottas, and he's all over the back of Bottas, but he actually can't get past. But he's going to brake, under braking, and he's going to go around the outside. So Ricciardo, a really good under brakes once again. He's going to go around the outside of Bottas. What a move! And Raikkonen, Ricciardo now up into P4, and yeah, this is why he's our championship rival. Even when it looks like he's not having a good result, he manages to pull something out the bag, and it means now we need to hold on to this lead. If we want to keep, if we want to extend our lead over Ricciardo, we're going to go defensive on the inside. Hamilton's going to be on the outside. He's done exactly the same thing as we've done to him, but we're going to hold the inside line this time. We're on the grass. We lost a bit of traction, and that's going to allow Hamilton to pull away a bit. So we've lost a few tanks, but we still should be in DRS. Meanwhile, this is just behind us, happening at the same time. This is Bottas around the outside of Ricciardo. Ricciardo defends, and that should be the battle of P4 done and dusted. Meanwhile, we're going to go inside of Hamilton for one final time. Hamilton's going to be on the outside. We're going to be up the inside. We're going to go into the next corner. Side by side, we lost the traction on the curb. I'm actually going to go onto the grass. We managed to spin it round, and we're going to have to get it going again before we lose any more positions. But just right at the end of the race, we managed to bin it, and yeah, we're now down to P3. So all the points we're going to regain over Ricciardo is basically just been negated. He's now only one position behind us. But yeah, Hamilton is going to go on to win. Well, going to win, and then Vettel's going to be second. But yeah, we had the win in the bag pretty much. We were side by side with Hamilton, and then yeah, we just spun it on the grass, and yeah, and that as a result, we're now in P3. So not the best end to the race, and especially now Ricciardo managed to get P4, and he's still right behind us in the standings. So yeah, meanwhile, as we're going to skip on to the cutscene, we'll still sort of hold on to our championship lead. I mean, we had an 8-point gap over him, but it's not really going to help considering that spin. because we effectively lost out on 10 points. But yeah, Hamilton wins. The Mercedes looked really fast all weekend, even so towards the end of the stint, it actually looked like us and the Ferrari were actually gaining on them. Especially on Bottas' side, he was really dropping off the pace. But you can see it's actually really close for P2 in the championship now between Ricciardo, Vettel and Hamilton. We still got an 11-point buffer over over P4. You can see Alonso as well moving up ahead of his teammate. And yeah, the McLarens continue to advance on both Haas drivers. Meanwhile, you can see actually Mercedes overtakes Ferrari in the standings. That's the only move this round. But you can see yeah, we still have quite a dominant lead in the standings, and yeah, I mean, behind the top 3 runners, it's Haas and then McLaren who are gaining on them quite quickly. So the top 5 teams seem to be well ahead of the rest still. But yeah, you can see again, the top 10 only made up of 5 teams. Just short goes to show Perez was actually nearly in the top 10, but just missed out towards the end. But yeah, Alonso getting another good result. He's finally seemed to get some good luck this series, considering he bottled out of P4 in Bahrain on the final lap. But yeah, you can see as well both the Williams and the Alfa Romeo struggling with Sorokin a lap down. Anyway, that's going to be all for this week. See you next time in what will be one of my least favourite tracks in Monaco. So yeah, hopefully I can keep my 11-point gap. But yeah, that should probably be coming out in a few months' time, because I'm going to be incredibly busy in the next few months. So yeah, should be out in June. Yeah, see you next time.